Sea of Thieves has been dying ever since I got into the game 5 years ago. It doesn't matter which update it is, there's always been a figurehead in the community that says the game is dying. But what exactly does it mean for a game to be dying? This game was, according to most critics, dead on arrival. And yet, Rare pushed on, update after update, and in a lot of places, won people over as a live service worth considering going on 8 years now. If it was dead, it would be Concord. Throughout its lifespan, Sea of Thieves has drawn the attention of high-profile streamers and content creators multiple times. Some had good impressions, and others bad. Is the game dead because a man pretending to be a peanut can't figure out how to set up streamer settings before going live? Or is the game alive because YouTubers are able to pull in hundreds of thousands of views on a video playing it? Maybe we could just simply look at the decrease in average players on Steam charts and call it a day. Or is the conversation a little more nuanced? Because yes, there is a downward trend in players, but we're still playing and the game is still receiving updates. And although the Steam charts can give us an insight in the player count trend, it can't show us the true player count for the game. Simply put, if you're watching this video, you care about Sea of Thieves. And as long as you care about it, I don't really think this game's going anywhere anytime soon. We've seen some of the worst droughts in this game's lifetime, but it never f***ing dies. It's like a cockroach. The year I became a full-time content creator for this game was the year most considered one of the worst to ever happen to Sea of Thieves. Imagine my shock as I quit my IRL job, only to find myself with 9 months of Season 9, followed up by fucking Monkey Island. This game right now is kind of in a rut, I won't deny that. But when I think about my time with this game, there have been so many updates that didn't hit the mark, that ultimately now didn't really matter. Was Captaincy hype or amazing at launch? No, it was boring. But I love the feature now that I have it along with everything else. Or what about Season 5? Possibly the worst season of all time. But here we are, still going strong, still sitting? I want to ask you a question. Why do you keep playing Sea of Thieves? What makes you come back to it? Because that, despite everything that happens to this game, the drama, the lackluster updates, the cheating situation, is why this game isn't dead yet, and why you should start thinking a little more optimistically about your hobby. There is no other game like it. We've seen studios pull the plug on live services with such speed that you'd question they ever happened. Just look at Highguard and Concord, 2 live services with very different monetization models, and both fell apart within a few weeks of their launch. Sea of Thieves, on the other hand, is 8 years old, and despite some setbacks, isn't going away anytime soon. But what makes me say this with such confidence? Well, let's dive into the most recent community direct that sparked controversy. In this direct, Rare announced a few things, but to summarize, the core announcements were: 1, the monetization model for Sea of Thieves is going to shift in 2 ways. The first being a new updated season pass, and the second, a relook at the balance between Emporium versus Outpost stock. 2, custom seas will be the headline feature for Season 20, and 3, which is the biggest point to be made here, custom seas is no longer going to be a paid subscription feature and will be available to everyone for free, which according to Shiny Ray, wow.
They clearly had nothing ready for a Season 3 months away. This is after having only a third of Season 19's content in a somewhat presentable state for May, instead of April as planned. They even admitted they weren't confident enough on custom seas being a paid feature, so they shifted it to free seasonal content instead, since they had nothing to show.
But if that was really the case, wouldn't they just scrap it? No, seriously, this take is so abysmally dog shit. It's actually one of the main reasons I'm making this video. If custom servers are free because Rare isn't confident in them selling, they would just scrap them instead of giving them out for free. Running servers costs money, more so when these servers are for personal use, as they won't merge you in with the rest of the player base. If Rare is in such a financial hole, well, the last thing they do is give out free custom servers that cost them money every time they're used. Unless, of course, they know it's going to be a massive boon for the game and its community. I mean, Rare isn't afraid to scrap content. We've seen it happen many times, especially with the massive cuts to content that happened to Season 19. To claim that Rare has to give away custom servers for free as a headline feature for Season 20 because they have nothing else for the season is frankly hating for hating's sake. It makes no sense. If they didn't feel custom seas was worthy of being a headline feature, they'd pull a Season 5, 9, or 19 on us again. Those seasons all feature heavily scrapped or filler content while they worked on something bigger, and this is no exception. Not to mention, custom seas is a headline feature. But hey, we know Ray's a grifter.
I'm really excited to level up my rage bait grifting slop.
Saying Sea of Thieves is dying 3 videos in a row is a serious bag. I mean, look at those views. Hey, wait a minute. If Sea of Thieves is dead, why are these videos getting any views at all? It's almost like the game has a dedicated community. Now, something that both Shiny Ray and Crud said about custom seas I'd like to dissect is this.
Are we not getting anything major then other than custom seas? Because as much as I like custom seas, the player base that don't make content probably won't, beyond logging in once and being like, oh, look, we can spawn in big shark. And then like, oh, that was fun. Anyway, back to the real game where we can progress.
Because yeah, they're right. If not implemented correctly, custom servers might just be the content creator update, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I can agree with the argument that the average player might feel a little shafted. So I'm really hoping they're able to make this update something everyone can get behind. For instance, a list of custom servers that are set to open with a description of what the players are doing in them for you to join. That would be incredible. We can already see that there are a bunch of quick preset modes to get these custom servers going, including a points tracking system for competitive events. So I think with a server list, this could be an absolute slam dunk for players to have some fun and, more importantly, meet some new friends on the seas. But regardless of any of that, from the perspective of a content creator, custom seas being free is a massive game changer. If you haven't seen it already, I recommend checking out Captain Squiddy's 100 Players Simulate Civilization video. This video is, I think, the first of its kind for Sea of Thieves, and is absolutely an example of the next generation of content possible for this game. And bear in mind, he did this on old janky custom servers. The potential with these new servers is so much higher. A lot of names in the community have used the failure of Jinxie's and the Burnt Peanut Sea of Thieves streams as examples of the game failing because it lost, like what, 40,000 new eyes? But then they'll completely ignore the doors to new viewerships that these custom servers will bring. Squiddy's video popped the fuck off, and rightfully so. This is the type of viewership that is possible for this game, and that will bring in new eyes and new players. If Rare can figure out how to deliver updates outside of a seasonal model effectively, like they've said their plans are, while using the seasonal model as more of a shell for live events, I think this combined with the potential of custom seas can pull this game out of the rut it's in and onto bigger things. Because if we look at the most recent events they've been trying out, Molten Sands, Mega Stashes, and the upcoming Last Ship Standing, these have all been massive winners to the community and have kept a lot of us pretty well occupied during their time periods. Not to mention the classic community weekends, Golden Glory, and Fight Nights. The only real point of failure for most of these events has been the lack of meaningful rewards for veteran players. Don't get me wrong, I love earning gold. It's fun to see the number go up, but it's not felt meaningful in a long time, which is why I think the doubloon reset is actually so important for the future of this game. If gold is the swabby currency, then doubloons should be the endgame currency. Placing a cap on the new doubloon, while offering extremely coveted items in the black market, is going to make every doubloon you earn mean something as a veteran player. I don't know why people aren't excited for this. But look, I'm not saying things are perfect. There are places that need to be fixed, and they're slowly getting to it. Just look at the hourglass changes in Season 19. I know Crud will tell you that it's great, but it's 3 years too late for a lot of these good things that are happening.
Custom seas is way too late. You should have done this years ago. Custom seas is good. It's so good. It's so late. It's really good. It's just so fucking late. That's why, like, it's like, man, like, oh, it's so good, but it's so late. You gave us quick swap, you gave us FOV, you're giving us actual custom servers. It's 2026 though, it's not 2022. Yeah, it would have been so cool.
The full package still.
But I think that's a really negative outlook and detracts away from what's actually happening to the game. So when you load up Sea of Thieves and find yourself having fun, remember that. If the game is dying, all funding would be pulled from the game. And yet here Rare is, making a bespoke new area for Last Ship Standing, giving access to custom servers for free to everyone, and reworking the Emporium premium items to be a little more in balance with the in-game earnable cosmetics, and overhauling the season pass. These aren't the moves of a dying game. These are the moves of a game positioning itself for success.